'Tis the season to do grinding. Fa la 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 da da da. Yeah, I'm just gonna be doing grinding. Like I'll probably be going through SOL. I do want to get another 11 draw, but that one will be saved for next week. That one will 100% be saved for next week. Unless I want another plat shard. But I don't think that's worth it. So I just checked Discord, and you did the whole like not imagine the star thing, right? Uh, I also can't imagine things. Like if I close my eyes, I don't have a, I don't have an image. There's nothing there. I just see a bunch of darkness. Also, can this give me the treasure, please? I just want to finish up Into the Future treasure so I can move on. Also, I'm changing my lineup. Why is this my anti-alien lineup? Get this son of a bitch out of here. Yeah, get Bahamut. Bahamut, get your ass in here. I still don't have a good anti-alien Uber. That's one of my main concerns with progression is that I don't have a good anti-alien Uber. Because I mean, I guess I could start Cats of the Cosmos, right? Because, like, if I beat Cats of Cosmos 3, then I'd get a plat ticket. I'd get a platinum ticket, right? And then I'd also be way over prepared for the rest of SOL. But I don't know if I want to do that. I mean, Chapter 1's not really that difficult, right? DoorDash ads? Shut up. It's my Spotify ads. I can't help my Spotify ads, bruh. I wish I could just play actual music, but if I'm posting it on YouTube, it's probably a bad idea to have any form of actual music going. Lamau, my bad. No, I'm just as background information or background sound, background music, whatever you want to call it. I'm just playing the DoorDash ad constantly. I've imagined things before, though I just really struggle with stationary objects. I think I think that it's trying to imagine something in your mind, right? Because like I don't know. I don't know what it is because I feel like I've seen things as well, seen images. But like that's mostly in dreams, right? Like I still dream, but I can't really force myself to see anything with my eyes closed. It's weird. I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. So my hair is a little fucky wucky. You know, I was thinking about doing a FNAF World Nuzlocke, but I don't think that would be good. I would just lose. I'm terrible at things like that. I need to get a capture card or something so I can play Pokemon on here. But there is a Pokemon Emerald Rogue that I've been kind of into lately. Except I'm terrible at going slow with it, so I haven't like won at all. I'm terrible at it. I'm terrible at going slow in a game that allows you to speed up. You know what I mean? It's a problem. It's called being impatient, but whatever. I'm so tempted to use golden CPUs in order to get the rest of these treasures though. But I want to save them. I want to save them because Cats of the Cosmos is going to be much worse than Into the Future. Whenever it comes to treasure grinding. Is there anything new to talk about? Like I don't think there's any 15.3 leaks, unfortunately. I do wonder what 15.3 will contain though. Because Demon Slayer was part of a mini update. And so if they still release 15.3 at the same time as they usually would have, then I don't know if I trust it's going to have a whole lot. But I also don't know. The one problem I have with this hoodie is that it's got a big ass hood. And that's mostly not a problem, except for whenever I'm sitting in a chair trying to be comfortable. It's so weird that Demon Slayer's in this game. Like I probably watched all of Demon Slayer like a year ago or something by not right now, but it's all in here. Well, I say it's all in here. Some of it's in here. It's kind of a shame that we didn't get every Hashira, but at the same time, I feel like that's too much to ask for the first time arrival. Because what? We're missing Mitsuri, Obanai, Himejima, Sanami. Is that it? I think that might be it. But yeah, we're missing most of the Hashira. Which is unfortunate. I do wonder how good they would be. Like if they were to have them, like what would they do? You know? I'm kind of surprised they brought Shinobu. Because like I understand Giyu, I understand Rengoku, I understand those two, but why Shinobu? And I think the answer to that is probably something to do with the timeline, right? Because it kind of seems like this first arrival of the collab is the narrative of the entire beginning of Demon Slayer, aka, well, I say beginning, first half, all the way up to Mugen Train, right? And so Rengoku, right? And so I'm wondering if maybe the next time it comes around, they'll add the next arc, right? So the blacksmith village, and so then they would bring in Mitsuri. Was there not? Oh, there is another Hashira. What's his name? Fuck. Muichiro. If Konroji and the Snake Hashira have complementing abilities, I'm gonna jump off a cliff. Sorry, if they don't have. Okay. What, you want them to be like the fests where they complement each other? I don't think that's gonna happen. Even though, even though they are canonically a thing. I'm fairly certain. Well, no, I don't think they actually are. No, they are. They have to be. There's a lot of canon shit that like because I've read the manga, right? And the end of the manga has a bunch of stuff that like happens after the fact. Or was it an alternate world? No, I think it is like they are actually. Yeah, that's what I thought. I just couldn't remember. But I have read all of the manga. Well, I say read all of it. I've read the ending of it. So what hasn't been released into the anime, I've read in the manga. But yeah, there is like an epilogue that shows what happens to everybody after the fact. It's actually pretty cool. I like when things do that. I wonder if they'll include that in the movies, the Infinity. Like I'm assuming they're going to make the final movie, end with something like that, right? Show a little bit of the aftermath and like show a bit of the epilogue. I mean, My Hero did it. My Hero included its epilogue. Except that wasn't in a movie, so I don't know. Because I think a lot of people would complain if that was part of the third movie. Because like that was something people complained about with the first movie, the Infinity. Not the first movie technically, but the first Infinity Castle movie. People complained that there was too much backstory, and I didn't hate it. The final arc can become a movie in itself. Can it? And the manga, it's not really that long. Like, the Demon Slayer is actually pretty good at, like, extending the manga instead of just copying it. So I'm not entirely sure the final thing is going to become its own movie. Especially with how long these movies are. Wasn't the first one 2.5 hours? We Can Conjure After Baha died. Do you think I really care? Fuck Bahamut. Only using him because Truck kind of Loki sucks against the traits he doesn't target. The only time outside of his traits that Truck is good is if there's something that has knockback chance. But Giyu, on the other hand, Giyu is honestly like having 7k general DPS and like even though it's a multi-hit, all of it can overlap. Like I'm a huge fan of Giyu. Giza my beloved? Eh. He's not my beloved, I'll tell you that much. I still think he's overrated as hell, but he is really good. I'm about to have a drink delivery. And it's not DiGiorno. Oh, I gotta beat this stage again. I'm gonna wait for the drink to come in. Giyu in the manga is all that's left, pun intended. Fuck, I'm sure there is a pun, but I don't actually remember everything. But no spoilers. We don't want to spoil, alright? Maybe some Battlecast people will get into Demon Slayer because of Battlecast. Think about it. So we don't want to spoil anything. But that is funny. Do I want to refight this fuck-ass stage, bruh? The unfortunate thing is that I don't think I have a better lineup. Demon Slayer doesn't need movies outside of Mugen Train. That was short enough to justify it. But seeing it in theaters is still cool. Does he get Gojo'd but sideways? I have not read JJK manga, but I do know that spoiler. I do want the JJK manga though. Yes.
Okay, should I had that ready before I knocked on the door?
Okay, thank you. Should have got McDonald's. Is the JJK manga worth it? Because I know manga is kind of expensive, low key, but is it worth it? Or have you not even read it? You just know the spoiler as well. Dude, I would love to read it. Read it honestly. As much as I love JJK, I would love to read the manga. It feels very like wrong, right? That my favorite anime is JJK, and yet I have the Demon Slayer manga. Like it feels like I've disrespected my favorite anime. But yeah, the whole anime with movies thing. I'm aware that it's mostly a cash grab, right? I'm aware, but it also it's one of those things where I still think it'll allow you to enjoy the moments better. Because with Infinity Castle Part 1, right? It's already annoying as hell that it got interrupted by, you know, the end of the movie, right? It's already annoying as is from that. But imagine if it was episodes. Imagine if it was episodes where an entire episode was because his backstory. Imagine if it was if you were waiting for multiple weeks for each episode. Well, maybe not multiple weeks, but imagine if you were waiting 1 week per episode and you were having to watch these backstory episodes and then the fighting episodes that don't even finish up. Like there like a lot happens in the movie, but that's because the movie's kind of long. It's like a 2.5 hour movie. And so that allows there to be space for like 10 episodes roughly. I would have rathered it be in one whole thing than split into 10 pieces. You know what I mean? So I think I enjoyed it better via from the movie like version. Because let's be real, they didn't turn it into a movie. They just put it all together and put it in theaters, you know? And yet it's still that good. And I do love the theater experience. So I am willing to, watch anime inside of a movie theater because it does boost the experience, in my opinion. But maybe that's just me. Not everybody's like that. Really? Really? Please. Son of a bitch. Took 3 tries. Glad I didn't do it manually. Alright. That is all of those. Working on the zombie outbreak. Should I... I might as well just fucking start Cats of the Cosmos, huh? I might as well. I hate my life. Chapter 1's easy from what I remember, so I'm not... You have bear... No, I did the wrong thing. You have bear... Okay. Hmm. Do I even need a barrier breaker for Chapter 1? I don't think I need one. I'm not even gonna bring one. I'm literally 1 energy off of doing it. Bruh. No, not that I remember. Okay. I'm just gonna... Might as well start it at least. Because, like, what am I going to do in SOL, right? If I get enough cat food for an 11 drug now, I'm not gonna be able to use it. So, why do something that only benefits for that whenever I have a week? You know? So I guess I'll just start this. However, I do despise Cats of the Cosmos. I kind of despise most of the initial chapters. I wish they were all just 1 chapter each. Like make them all 1 chapter. That's my opinion. Or make the treasures universal throughout the 3 chapters. You know what I mean? Like let them have the same overall effect, but have the treasures overlap from thing to thing. So like Battle Cats Unite. I don't know much about Battle Cats Unite. So sure. Maybe. But at the same time, I guess if they all connected, then it'd be weird. Because then how would Cats of Cosmos work and all that because of magnifications? You know what? You could do it so that it has 1 chapter per story thing. That would be nice. But if you want so desperately to keep the 3 chapters thing, then make it so that instead of the treasures each having their own impact for all 3 chapters, make it so that the treasures you have in 1 chapter or sub-chapter or whatever gets magnified whenever you beat it, right? So like let's say you get all the treasures for Cats of Cosmos chapter 1 and then you beat Cats of Cosmos chapter 1, like you beat the Big Bang. And then all those treasures get stronger, right? And then let's say you get halfway through Cats of Cosmos chapter 2, they get stronger again. Right? And then you beat it, Cats of Cosmos chapter 2, they get stronger again. You know what I mean? Like I feel like that makes sense, kind of. But I do think that just overall making them all 1 chapter makes the most sense. And if you want to keep all the different bosses, then split it into thirds. Split each chapter into thirds. So every 16 stages, that would be a boss, right? So for Empire of Cats, the 16th stage would have a face. The 32nd stage would have the Neandum, and then the 48th stage, the moon would have Bun Bun, right? I think that's the best way they could have done it. And of course, that was like 13 or 14 years ago now. But I think that reworking it wouldn't. I don't think anybody would complain about them reworking it. I don't think a single soul would complain about that. And maybe there's those weird people that's like, but there's less game to play or something. Like, I get less rewards. Like, the enemies are balanced around treasure progression. It's fine as is. Yeah, but if they reworked it in a way that like the progression, was sped up, right? Like it being each chapter being 3 sub chapters of 48 stages. It's terrible. And what you could also do is make it so that there's no RNG aspect to the treasure grinding. But like, why does it have to be RNG? Just admit you hate Battle Cats. I hate the treasure grinding of Battle Cats. And like, because not even because it takes a lot of time, but because it's RNG based. Sometimes it takes 10 clears to get it superior. Like, and I don't like the whole treasure fest thing. You have to wait for treasure fest in order to like have good odds, right? I wish that like if you beat a stage 3 times, or if you beat a stage fast enough, you get the superior treasure, right? Like, I feel like that would be better. Essentially, give every stage a time score reward, except it's a treasure, you know? Like, I feel like that would be the best way to do it. To make it reliable, make it predictable, make it so that everybody can do it without, confusion, you know? Because some people don't understand how to get superior treasures. Some people think that there's some sort of method to the game's actions, but no, it's just RNG. So like I just hate the treasure grinding aspect of it. Like I'm fine with having all these stages, right? Because let's be real, the more grinding you do, the more XP you get. XP is good. I'm just saying. It's one of the more annoying parts of the game. But this game is very grindy anyways. Because you still have to grind cat fruit, you still have to go through SOL, You still haven't gotten all the treasures for Casa de Cosmos? Well, it's not like they're all necessary, right? Like, they actually have very minimal effects. At least for everything other than starred aliens. Like, they're still nice to have. But you don't have to have them, like, all maxed out and superior. The main reason why I do the superior stuff is so that I can get a million, a couple million XP. And so that I have, no disadvantages when going up against stuff. Okay, so this penguin's going to be my main concern in terms of Cats of the Cosmos here. But I think Awaken Bahamut will make it much easier than it could be. I don't need it. I know. It's just a nice bonus. And I don't intend to do it. Well, it's not that hard. Just use, some golden CPUs during a treasure fest. Like, there's no reason not to, and all it does is benefit you. Doesn't hurt. Ever since golden CPUs came out, I've been more okay with treasure grinding. And that's just simply because of how good golden CPUs are. Immediately beating a state. Like, I just wish they didn't have a limit on them. Like, they're already expensive. Why is there a limit? Like, I mean, I get why there's a limit. Some people have literally hundreds of golden CPU, or not golden CPUs, just CPUs. But, like, I feel like putting a limiter on it just makes, everything worse. Remove that limit or make the limit so high that, like, it really only harms the people that have thousands of CPUs. I need gold CPUs for cat fruit. Cat fruit stages are easy as fuck, though. Like, you can, especially now, you can probably just beat those with level 30 Manic Lion for the most part. Like Obviously not literally, but like roughly you can just do that. Especially with Awaken with Baja Blast. Cats of the Cosmos has actual restrictions and like even later in the game you can still struggle with them more than you would a cat fruit stage. So like you're using your gold CPUs for cat fruit is just a waste. I put 600 hours into this game and I put more than 1,000. And I'm still telling you, using gold CPUs on cat fruit is a waste. I don't feel like playing it anymore, then don't. I'm not telling you to play it, I'm telling you it's a waste to use gold CPUs on cat fruit. Why do you need cat fruit? If you're not going to play the game, what's the point in true forming things? Especially since Heavenly Tower exists. If you want cat fruit enough, play the one thing that's actually fun in the game and do Heavenly Tower. I still think that's so stupid though. I honestly have only been playing this game for a challenge. For a challenge? Well then don't get cat fruit. Do a no evolution challenge or some shit. Unless your challenge is try not to get bored, which you would still fail with this game. Because there are definitely boring moments. More like beating hard stages. There are so many better games to play for specifically a challenge. There's so many better games for that. And they're not expensive. And they don't take as much time. Battle Cats takes up so much more time than most games. 5-slot UL is pretty fun. I bet. I'm not gonna do that, but I bet. Like, I just don't really like. I'm not the challenge kind of guy, right? Like, if I play a Pokemon game, for example, I'm going to let myself use whatever Pokemon I get. Like, if I think it's too easy, because some Pokemon games are just really easy, then like I'll make it so then I don't know. I just use units that I use Pokemon that I like using, right? Like that's kind of the same thing I do in Pokemon, or not Pokemon, Battle Cats, is I just use whatever units I want, and sometimes I don't want to use the best ones. Like I'm probably not gonna use Lesser Demon that much. Even though he's really good. I'm probably not gonna talent him. I'm not even gonna get his true form anytime soon. Honestly, the day I get Balrog's true form won't be for a while. That's all I can really say. Because I'm not using him in SOL. I'm not going to use him for most of you. I'll probably really only use him for Heavenly Tower and Infernal Tower. And I have one specific stage in mind, and it's the fucking Hanya one. That is the only stage that I actively want to use Balrog on. And the Dabu one, maybe. But except at the same time, I have a CPU strat for that one, so I don't really know if it's necessary. What was my CPU strat? I don't remember, but it was against specifically Infernal Tower, right? I don't remember. It's been too long. Hey, Catasaurus. Thank you. Something something Doron? Yeah. That sounds about right. Screw y'all's posture checks. I'm just gonna sit back like this. Like I'm on the beach, even though I don't really... This is gonna be an interesting level, huh? Good posture is overrated? So true. Just don't remind me of this moment whenever I, you know, inevitably complain about my back. I'm so glad Cats of the Cosmos Chapter 1 is easy. Because Chapter 2 and 3 are gonna take me fucking ages to go through. Maybe not so much Chapter 2. But Chapter 3 is gonna take a long time. Especially if I don't get a good anti-alien anytime soon. Back pain is underrated? Yeah, it makes me feel alive, because that's what pain does, or something. I don't know, I'm not some fucking masochist. I only joke about masochism, I'm not actually there. But look at this, right? This is a treasure festival. This is a treasure festival, and I got 4 treasures, only one of which being superior. Like, it should at least guarantee a bronze on a first clear. It should guarantee a treasure per clear. Like, maybe I'm the crazy one, but like, I don't know. Treasures. How do people in other countries say treasures? Whatever. Uh, yeah, they are just awful. Also, sick. Best reason to do Cat to Cosmos is to never do treasures again. Now that is a fair point. If only treasure radars were more often used. What the fuck do I even do for this? I guess I can use wall. I I think I'm gonna get rid of Minisaurus though. But for what? What do I even drop Minisaurus for? You know, I'm not gonna drop it because I don't know what the hell I would drop it for. Whatever, this works. I remember spamming treasure radars because I grinded off of Treasure Fest. Yeah. I just need to save my treasure radars for whenever I'm getting units. Because I'm still, you know, early enough that I don't even have all the Cyclone units yet. Surely... Not again, bro. Jizo, do your job better, bro. I swear to God. Look at all those little cats. Oh my god. Dude, my wall is so underleveled. I don't even have Eraser yet. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? You still have over 100 radars though? Yeah, I cannot relate. I only have 3. And that's largely because the best way to get treasure radars is surprisingly lucky tickets. And I have not grinded a single lucky ticket on this account yet. Is there a way for me to grind them now? Probably not, right? I don't even have Courier. I completely forgot about that. I still don't have Courier because I don't have the Behemoth Stones for it. Sometimes I wish you could just buy Behemoth Stones with cat food. I feel like I'm speeding through this game though. How long have I had this account? What specific day did I do my first stream? Back to Battle Cats. I don't actually remember. Somebody else needs to do the research for me though. I simply don't feel like it. You guys are my Google now. My back hurts. Gee, I wonder why. That's very mind-boggling. Indeed. Do you guys think I'll be able to get 2 11 draws by the time the Demon Slayer guarantee's around? Because I mean, I'm at 750. I'm halfway to 1, and it's only been 1 day since I was at 0. So like, there's a chance. And there's also a chance this. Oh, I should have spawned Sid for the Conjure. The Conjure would have been able to one-shot. Well, that's problematic. I wasted my Bahamut and and now this bitch is coming in. Does that reach? I think it did reach, but it didn't break it. Fuck. I thought it would break it. So I just have to stall till I get Bahamut. If you grind? Well, what do you think I've been doing? I think after this stage I'm going back to SOL, because fuck this shit. Even if I had Little Macho on here, Little Macho legs, I wouldn't... Oh my god, wait, I should actually low-key add Furaluga to my team. That would be like a genuinely good idea. And I hate it. Because it's so true. It would actually be a good idea to have Furaluga on the lineup here. Oh no. Cats of the Cosmos Gaming? Yeah. And there we go. Die, bitch. Squirrels, get out of the feckin' way. You should upgrade Furaluga. He's so shit. He has less than 2k DPS at level 30. He's so shit. Why am I not getting more XP for these stages? I'm getting scammed. Oh hey, Hunter's map. You guys think I can beat it? I mean, honestly, with Giyu, maybe. I might actually be able to. Furaluga talents aren't even that good. Because you need to let him get hit in order for his strength to apply. Which, by the way, his damage isn't actually that bad. His DPS, his damage per hit isn't that bad. It's his, it's his, uh, it's his attack frequency. He attacks so not often at all, and it's like annoying. Even with True Form, does that change anything about his damage at all? I don't actually know. Is this bitch about to start hitting my base? How the fuck are you supposed how are you supposed to beat this without Courier? Just curious. You're very clearly intended to have Courier for this stage. How the fuck are you intended to beat this stage without Courier? Is that Brainwash Legs? No, it's just crazed. Manic Island? I don't even have Crazed Fish. But yeah, that's a good ass point. You're right. And Hope? Well, yeah, no, Manic Island's so good that you definitely would be able to do that. I'm just gonna watch an ad because, honestly, money at the start is the main issue. Oh yeah, I don't even have Row. Maybe if I had Row, that would also help. I'm missing a lot still. Missing way too much. But I need Behemoth Stone so that I can get Courier. And so that's why I need to do Hunter's map. I desperately need it. His DPS and attack rate are slightly higher than Cosmo. Higher as in like longer, I would assume. Which means, yeah, no, that's dog shit. Having frequent attacks is kind of necessary whenever you know they're kind of good. They're kind of that. It would be nice to have constant attacks rather than you know once every 30 seconds. Just use Dazzling. You're so right. Nah, just use Jizo. I still haven't used Cat God, by the way. And honestly, I think it would be the biggest flex of all time if I just never bought him. If I just never buy Cat God, that'll be such a big... And I won't accidentally click on him while he's in the back. I don't know why I ever would. But, like, I've done it before on mobile, at least. Maybe not on computer. Better? Okay, but then how is... Okay, so a higher attack rate. I guess that makes sense. Yeah, whenever it comes to that, specify shorter or longer instead of higher or lower, whatever. Because it's confusing. But it's slightly better than Cosmos. Still terrible. If it's over 10 seconds between attacks, or not between attacks, in frequency, then, you know, that's a huge a huge question mark in terms of usage. You should Ultra Form Jizo to beat this? Sure. Yeah, let me just get 15 Dark Eyes right now. Not Dark Guys, by the way. I'm saying Dark Eyes. There's only one dark guy I know in my life. No, I know more. Barack Obama. I don't believe you? Right. I'm short by one fucking stone, by the way. Just want to say that. I'm short by one stone. I was confusing, I admit. Thank you for admitting that. Just materialize the stone. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do that. Giyu! Mr. Giyu! Mr. Giyu! God, what's going on with my throat? Oh, God. Super Mario Brothers. Did y'all ever watch those shitty, live action Mario things? Back in the day? Like, there were some old ass Mario movies. And they were not good. If you can imagine it, you can get it. Well, that's the problem. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine things in my brain. Y'all think I could do Little Cow? Probably not, right? I don't even have cameraman. That'd be a problem. Could I? Nah. Can I beat this? Could I beat this? I mean, with Awakened Bahamut, I probably could. I'll try. Gen 4 Volcano is on? You want me to try to beat a Gen 4 Volcano stage? I don't even know what enemies are in this first stage. But isn't Gen 4 the hardest of the three? Yeah. If it doesn't give me a red Behemoth Stone, then this will be a waste of my time. Especially since I'm well aware that Behemoth calling stages are not very likely to give you Behemoth Stones until later on. I'm just gonna use fucking Bahamut. I'm sorry? Jizo's weak enough to not even knock back the fucking zombie those guys? He missed the fucking Beast Doge, bro. Oh boy. I'm so happy I'm trying this stage. I'm so glad I'm... What... I... Maybe I should have Truck on my lineup. I found out I don't have Aphantasia. I just need to make things move in my mind. Oh, cool. I think I genuinely have Aphantasia. I think Truck would actually be really good here. But yet again, just like in most Behemoth stages, money is a fucking problem. Because Wild Doge, considering how fucking dangerous it is, it does not give jack shit for money. Come on, Gyu, you got that. Here comes another one. And another one down, and another one down. Unless you're using Can-Can? Yeah, God forbid somebody, you know, fail to roll a super rare. I have yet to roll Can-Can. Just like in the original Return. Okay, you just fell over to fucking nothing. W. That sad? I'm missing a lot. You no courier? The fuck you think I'm doing this stage for? Maybe for the Behemoth Stones that the game doesn't fucking give you. God, I hate this game sometimes. And then I can't even level my crazed wall up enough so that I can tank a hit from the Wild Toad. Example of multi-hit being bad? There's a lot of examples of multi-hit being bad. But I still don't think it's that big of a deal. Because I didn't lose that because of multi. I lost that because of a lot of other things. Infuriating that Yellowstones are so rare. It feels like Mushroom is locked behind Raja Kong, the enemy it's supposed to counter. That welcome to the world of Behemoths. That's just the way that they are. Oh, fuck me. 2 wild Doge hits knocks back this guy. Holy shit, bro. Oh my god, and then the... Alright, say goodbye to Truck. Because he's fucking dead. You were a trooper. You rushed Raja Kong anyways? I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm rushing the entire fucking game. Why are my ramen still so far behind? And why does this stage give no money? There's an Owlbrow, but I can't fucking kill it because it's strong as hell. And then all it takes is one attack sequence in order for the Magamojo to kill Ramen. And then my fucking Giyu's already dead. The stage is so infuriating. God, I hate this fucking game. Sometimes. Most of the time, it's great. It's fine, but god damn. I despise all of what's happening right now. It's all fucking terrible. Usually I have a strat for stages, but just rush and cheese if I'm fed up with the stage. Yeah, that's fair. Also, what did I admit? I've never claimed to love this game. Oh my god, wait, I didn't even realize Sid is behind the fucking base, isn't she? No, no, she's not. This bitch's Omni is just huge. Oh no, was that a zombie that was hitting the base? I thought it. Okay, well now it's the duck, but now truck is back, so this is great. In your opinion, which is the worst behemoth to fight? Depends on the point of the game. Because like right now, obviously it's Wild Doge because it just one-shots my every fucking meat shield. But in terms of like overall, it's definitely the fuck ass owl. That owl, the behemoth owl. No, thank God I don't have to fight one of those right now because I don't even have Fishman. Yeah, Hazuku. Sid doesn't have Omni? I'm aware. What even mentioned that though? Like what brought you to mention that? Because now I'm just confused. When did I say she had Omni? When did I say that? I was talking about the fucking duck. Whenever the duck was hitting my base, I was talking about it hitting my fucking... Are you guys dumb? Whenever my base was being hit, I was talking about that fuck-ass duck having Omni. You guys are stupid. Even if I said the wrong thing, you should use context clues to know that's not what I fucking meant. Also, I did all that for a meteor, right? Whoop-de-doo. Someone's in a bad mood. I just got given a meteorite for doing a stage that should not be intended for anything without courier. Of course I'm in a bad mood. I hate behemoths. They're the worst addition to the game. And plus, you guys are pissing me off. Like, it's not that big of a deal, right? But, like, you guys just say shit and act like you're right. Do you not have Crazy Cat? I do, but I don't think he's that good of a meat shield. The fuck is he gonna do? I'd rather have Research Combo. Research Combo Ramen for the one thing that actually takes a hit from Wild Doge. Behemoth Arost doesn't... There's not a Behemoth Arost. What are you talking about? You should try getting Crazed Fish. What fucking day is it? This is what I mean. You guys say shit just to piss me off, and then you're surprised whenever I get mad. Good fucking lord. Is the new Aros Behemoth? Because first of all, it's definitely not the worst edition considering it's a brutal advent. And second of all, I don't think it's Behemoth. This whole chat is fucking cursed, I swear. You're one of the ones that's... You're part of the curse. You are part of them. It's whether you're cursed or not. You're cursing me for damn sure. Is this guy immune to slow? No. Oh, he's not immune to anything? What a W tank. I thought it was. Well, I haven't fought it, so I'm not really one to say. Chat curse status effect. Yeah. Can this thing die? Thank you. And now truck is loaned for eternity? You know, when I said eternity, I didn't think it was actually going to be eternity. Holy fuck. Oh my god, dude has so little range that when Sloan he can't hit the fucking otter. Grum's calling me racist. Gotta wait one more day to fight that fucking bird that I hate. You realize tomorrow's lion, right? Oh, you're talking about Arost. Is that Brutal Advent on tomorrow? I'm glad you guys aren't just being stupid when it comes to what I say. I'm glad it's not just me. What does the stage give? Cat ticket? What happened to good rewards? Voltrio is 1st, 2nd, 15th, and 16th of the month. Cool. Honestly, I don't think it'll even be that bad. Red, Black, and Aku, right? Those aren't that scary of traits. And plus, since it's triple traded, you can use a vast variety of stuff in order to kill him. Maybe I should have Awakened Bahamut on this lineup. That'd probably be a good idea, huh? His explosion, 20 knockbacks, fast speed, and a shield. Well, he gets outranged by Cat Researcher, right? So you can just use that for the shield. The explosion is not guaranteed. It's only like a 20% chance. Which, yes, with rapid attack, it's kind of scary, but it's not. Since it's not reliable, it's not that much of a big of a deal. And it has a lot of knockback. So as long as you're breaking the shield and doing damage, you should be able to just push it back constantly. I want to do no Uber Poltrio, but at the same time, I don't want to dump NP into Ninja. Why would you have to use Ninja? It has 3 million HP, yeah, and 20 fucking knockbacks. All you have to do is... Yeah, all you have to do is... Wait. That... What am I trying to say? Yeah, you have to do 150,000 damage between... after the shield is broken, right? So 150,000 damage against a red, and a black, and an Aku. Like, honestly, you can do that much damage in no time. Just make sure you keep knocking it back and juggling it so it's not killing you. And obviously there are other enemies in the stage, so that I cannot account for because I don't know what the enemies are. But like on its own, it doesn't seem that bad. I think you're overreacting a little bit. It's insanely quick. So stop it. You realize dodge meat shields exist, right? You can use ninja. You can use ninja's dodge. You can use belly dancer's dodge. You can use row. You can use no. You can use brainwashed mohawk. You can use cone. Like, there's a lot of things you can use to stop that thing from moving. I have Express Cat. Good job. It has knockback. Okay. Meat shields can be knocked back and still, you know, slow it down a little bit. And like I said, just it also has a lot of knockbacks. As long as you break the shield, which should be relatively simple, you'll be fine. Seriously? Bahamut wasn't enough? Okay. Same, so 55 speed, or is it just 50? Right, finally using Bahamut? Did it fucking work out? No. What do I even do for this? Sure. I'll still use Bahamut instead of Chug. I'll use a damage up combo. I thought it was 60. I thought Bahamut had 60 after the speed up. I think I'm crazy though. Yeah, you guys are right. Yeah, so 60 speed, which an enemy with 60 speed, right? Like this, I think you overestimate how dangerous 60 speed is, especially depending on like when it spawns on the stage. Like the only time speed matters is if you're trying to lure, right? Or if you're unable to spawn things in time, right? Like, but if it spawns on base hit, you'll be fine. 60 speed isn't going to do shit to you. Of course, it's dangerous. I use a nuke on wheels. Are you... What? Now I'm just confused by what that means, but I guess I won't question it. But yeah, like, it's going to be a hard boss, don't get me wrong. But, like, don't act like it's going to be impossible. I highly doubt it'll be worse than Bunaglios. There we go. Last two stages are time stages? Yeah, but, like, when does it spawn? Oh my god, there's another no... God damn it. Average battle catches spawning in multiple of the same shit and calling it higher difficulty. Bahamut's a nuke on wheels? No, Bahamut's a jet plane. That drops nukes on its own. A little over 30 seconds prep time for third stage and a little under that for last stage. Okay, so push up with cone. I still don't like. I understand that has knockback, but the knockback's not even guaranteed from what I remember. So you're still acting like it's the biggest fucking deal when it's not. Oh my god, Conjure counts as a fucking... Okay. Reason number 972 why I hate Conjure. Conjure unit specifically. But yeah, like, you could meat shield that thing still. Wait, isn't there an... Wait, didn't we just get a fucking anti-red meat shield as well? Another one? What did the fucking fish thing give? What was that unit? I don't remember that bitch ass's name. The brutal advent fish guy, not chalkboard eraser. That's an old guy. I'm talking about the brutal, the brutal Sunfish Jones. The fuck was that unit called? Isn't he anti-red? Carpenter. Nah, Carpenter wouldn't be good. What's the point in him having Sage Slayer if all he does is resist? God, I hate this game. Why? Why does Carpenter have Sage Slayer if all he does is resist? What is Pono's on? Is Pono's on crack or something? I swear. He has no niche. All he has is resist, and yet he has Sage Slayer. All it does is give him bonus HP. It doesn't actually give him genuine Sage Slayer benefits. He has Omni and Explosion. Those with knockback means he progresses constantly without knockback, immune, or dodge units. Well, then use fucking dodge units. All three of his traits can be dodged. Belly Dancer, Brainwashed Mohawk, Ninja. All three of those dodge 2 out of the 3 traits that the Arast is. You're fine. Ironic how Carpenter is supposed to be a counter for Socrates and Newton, but I'm figuring out how to counter the stages without. What do you mean figuring out how to counter the stages without? He came out after those stages. They had to have counters before he existed, too. You can't just release the stage without counters in the first place. I've been using Babel? Cool. There were many other ways to counter those stages without Babel. Like, that's the fun of this game, is that there is more than one way to counter pretty much every stage. Especially nowadays. Not gonna lie, just use Windy Ultra Form. Yeah, Windy is one of the many examples of Socrates power creep. I forget this fucking bird has freeze. First clear was with Fanoa. Try beating it without Ubers. How about that? The only Uber I used against Socrates was Kai. And honestly, Kai just got perma-frozen. So she literally didn't do anything. I essentially beat him Uberless. Oh wait, no, I used Hanzo. Never mind. But I would have been able to do it without Hanzo anyways. Just would have taken ages. Might as well go 4-star lineup, so cash is going to be hard to get. Okay, 4-star lineup and Uberless are not the same. Kai's the best anti-floating tank. She's not freeze immune though, so against Socrates, she doesn't do jack. Especially since Octo already does the tanking of floating job fine for that. The only thing Kai does is give you one standalone wall instead of having to spam Octo as much as possible. I'm not relying on just Nguyen though, he attacks too slow. Cool. You can still use super rares though. Not that that really helps you. KG is perfect for Socrates, resist black and floating, freeze immune. Love that guy. Yeah, he's pretty good. Yeah. He got his ultra talents after Socrates came out though, so I think they did that a little bit on purpose. I've used Newton and Phono together because they basically do the same thing. Yeah, no, that's just insulting to Phonoa. Newton's good, don't get me wrong. He's not the same as Phonoa. Oh, fuck. Oh, Lord. KG even got freeze immunity? Yeah, like I just said, they absolutely did it on purpose. Bro, I hate these waffle walls, bro. Phonoa is a Dazzler level threat. He's definitely comparable. Okay, why can I only spawn 2 things, but the other side spawns 3 at a time? Why is that a thing? I thought the enemy spawn limit was also going to be 2. What the fuck? I can't even use my conjure because of the spawn limit. Meanwhile, they're spawning a wafer wall? How is that fair? They're both ranged attackers. One is fast, the other is slow. Yeah, do not sum it down to that. if range and speed are the only things that differentiate units, then that, you know, that, yeah, no. Okay, can we stop it with, are the waffle walls infinite on the stage? God, I hope not. They're not infinite? Okay, good. I know how they're different, I'm just pissing you off. Yeah, I'm well aware. You've done that the entire time I've known you. Yo! Man, I gotta change that rate alert, but hello, hello. Why'd you say test? Hello. Hello, hello, how's it going? Thank you for the follow. Thank you for the raid facts. How was your stream? Did you do any rolls on Demon Slayer, perchance? Because I think you were doing Battle Cats, right? Testing streamers' patience? That's fair. Since when face cam? Since a couple months ago. That shiny noise fucking scared me. Dude, you also have PTSD from Legends Arceus? Dude, I need to play Legends Arceus again. It's been so long since I've shiny hunted from there. I gotta do it again. Running joke, we beat Exile's Resort, then did one roll on Valentine's Gals at the end. Oh. We're we're waiting to roll on collab. Yeah, I didn't do that same thing, but I still got Giyu. I didn't wait, but I got Giyu. Best Pokemon game? Agreed. I actually do believe Legends Arceus to be the best. Except I'm not. I haven't played Legends EA, and I also haven't played Pokopia. So those both might be able to give it a run. I probably should have done that better. Please die. Thank you. Sleepy EP 2:34 a.m. Yeah, I'm sure it's late for a lot of y'all in here. Because Fax, you're British, right? So you're probably like 6 hours ahead of me. So like it's like 7 or 8:30, maybe 6:30. I don't know. I'm not a master when it comes to time differences. I'm gonna do an 11 draw when I have enough cat food. Dubs. Wait for an 11 roll though. That's something I will recommend. Absolutely wait for the 11 roll. It's coming up to 7 p.m. Yeah. Okay. I'm a little familiar with time differences. Just a little. Just not very. Oh. Okay, he's not hitting the base. Good. Buy speed ups and CPUs for cat food? No, that's a waste. Yeah, I got Giyu, which, by the way, this is a returner mode account. If you couldn't tell. So getting an anti-traitless this early on, so nice. Giyu's been so helpful. I'm probably gonna need another Bahamut for this stage though, because I think both of these guys kind of die. Yeah. My draw plans: Komoria, Demon Slayer, Uber, maybe Reclessa, and Dark Phono. A Demon Slayer Uber? You're not gonna go for more than one? Lame. Probably going to get something to eat, so good luck with the stream, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you for the raid as well. Go get yourself something nice to eat. Maybe some beans on toast or some whatever y'all eat there. Thank you for the follow, MRC. Trust a guy with 20k user rank pre-Dogu, totally not just jesting. Ah, right. I honestly need the user rank at this point. Dude, there are better ways to get user rank than to rely on Ubers specifically. Oh, I just beat that. Sick. Is that the last of those, or is there more? There's not more. Oh, I actually did all those. Dubs. It doesn't even give it... Bro, what happened to good rewards in this stage? I swear. I did lab pre-Dogu, like for real. I still haven't done Dogu. You did lab? Oh, Labyrinth? That's... You beat all of Labyrinth before Dogu? That is wild. That is insane. Damn, I need some of that user rank. I can't even level my Kraid stuff yet. Can I get some of that? I need more units to fight Labyrinth. Yeah. Now that is fair. Is a better way to get user rank getting a lot of Cat's Eyes from Cat's Eyes Cavern? No, it's by getting more rares and super rares instead of just relying too much on Ubers. Can you do Cataman ticket stages yet? Yes. If you're asking me, yes, but I don't have Catamans. But there's no rares to get. Is there not? There's a super rare in Demon Slayer. And then also like yes, you can get more Ubers, and that will help with user rank. I'm just saying, don't rely on Ubers for user rank, and don't like force it. Especially since they keep releasing new units. I find it so funny. I literally have all Meow medals except the ones that are past post Dogu. We are a little silly. Yeah, I can tell that. Why am I using this lineup in fucking SOL? What am I on? It seems you have not felt the wrath of late SOL. I have, and I will tell you, late SOL is a force to be reckoned with. I have, and I will tell you that. I know. This is a returner mode setup. I have more than 1,000 hours in Battle Cats. I am perfectly capable of knowing what late SOL holds for me. I have done it all, even in 4-star. Trust me, I am fine. Thank you for the warning, though. When is Bed gonna return? I don't know. He's the only mod I have, and he doesn't even watch these streams anymore. 30 UL around August and all of it before January? Damn. That's one, and the chance of getting him is lower than getting an Uber from that set. Well, get more than one Uber from the set then. I don't know. And plus, if you're planning to get specific Ubers like Dark Phono and Komori, then are you not just seed tracking anyway? So can you not just seed track getting Urokodaki? What, I can't say his name for the life of me. The super rare? Optimal lineup? Yeah. Sure. Should I use Octo, Tetsu, and Babel on Mechabun? Absolutely. Tetsukachi? Absolutely. Bed has to focus on personal stuff? How long is he gonna take a break for? Because did he do that before I stopped Battle Cats? I mean, I get it. Personal stuff, is rough. But it has been well, I feel like I've seen him. No, wait, I modded him. He came back for my first stream back, but he hasn't joined back since. I do miss him. Except I don't miss him like gaslighting me and shit like that. Bro, Grum, why are you posting a fucking... Why are you posting a not a clickbait, a thumbnail with my face on it in the fucking Discord? Why? That's just unnecessary. I haven't talked with him as much because he's doing his own things. Well, yeah. Everybody's gotta do their own shit eventually. I checked and he is far. I'm going to get at least 3 new Ubers, including guarantee and a dupe before getting him. Cool. But if all you're doing is getting user rank, then why do you need Dark Phono and Komori, There's definitely something more than user rank if that's all you're looking for. Should I start using Jizo's evolved form with these Chick-fil-A's? That might be a good idea, because they're being a hassle. I want Konako, but last time she was here I didn't get her with 150 pulls. Yeah, that happens. I've never had Gonoko. So I can't. I wish I did though. I want Komori because I'm a Pixie fan and Dark Phono because why not? Well then get other Ubers because why not? You know what I mean? Like, if you're specifically asking for Dark Phono, it is more than just user rank. Because I know for a fact you're missing other Ubers that are not OP. So I think you're just asking for Dark Phono because you want Dark Phono. I want to gamble, get King Mola. Valid. And I'm dead. Gaming. Okay, what the hell do I do for this? I already have Phonoa, so why not get Shadow the Hedgehog version? But why not get anything else? Right? Like, why? Whatever. I think you're just. Oh wait, no, it's Stink. Yeah, you're just rage baiting. Um, do I just need to get more money? I don't know. Why not get the best Uber Yukimura? Totally not biased. I mean, there's probably an argument for him being the best. Not great though. Ava unit probably will work here. Actually, you're right. I want to use Giyu, but most of his damage is not his LD. I think I'll use Jizo Evolved form, and then I wish I had Courier. Maybe Bahamut? I'll keep Giyu. Giyu can still provide value. How much playtime do you have on the scout? Let's see. I have 43 hours, 44 hours. It's not actually that much, but considering I started it not too long ago, I want Luna because Fog Relics. I want the both Lunas because they're both actually really well designed. I love them both. I don't know what else to go for, so I'm choosing Dark Phono. Well, I don't know what all Ubers you have, but I'm willing to bet you don't have all the other fests. So just the fact that you went straight to the best one, like, you know, the only way I can really get Dark Phono is plat tickets, or you can roll Epic Fest and not see track. At the same time, that's up to you, not me. So, two of my ultra forms are already anti-relic, so I might as well go all in. That's fair. Dark Phonos is outclassed by Cyberpunk, to be honest. Man, is that all this community is? It's just a bunch of rage rating? Because I know damn well you did not just say that. Is this a time stage, or am I high? I don't know. I think it just takes a. I think it just takes a while for them to spawn from damage. It is probably still base hit, I would assume. I certainly am rage baiting. Yeah, I only rage bait you. Like it's the entire community. You know, the entire Battlecats community. At least whenever it comes to streamers, right? They and not even just Battlecats. Everybody loves rage baiting nowadays. It pisses me off at the same time, but at the same time, it can be funny. Only when it's not me, though. So stop. Don't argue with Battlecats players. We don't like our own units. Don't argue with Battlecats players. They hate their own game. They just still play it. Well, I got rid of the Chick-fil-A's, but now I'm having to kill a anteater without a stepping stone. And he outranged everything. I just love saying random shit. That's so valid. I love using Peach Devils. They used to be so good. And they are still good. Just not as good as they used to be. Back before the days of talents. Dude, I remember there was this SOL 1 lineup video that I would watch like on loop. Like not necessarily on loop. Uh but I no wait, I would kind of watch it on loop because it was just really good background sound because it had music that I enjoyed and then it would also have some sort of visual since it was sped up. And I would just watch that over and over again. And it had Momotaro being used. Or not Momotaro, Peach Devils, whatever you want to call them. I need a new stage boss. I want to fight something new for once. You, uh, I, you're short-circuiting my brain, man. Because you know damn well, literally just last update they added something new, and it was a brutal advent boss. And it comes out, it's starting up tomorrow, so you can't just fight that, you know? There is new stuff that comes in. I just want to fight something new. Have a little bit of patience, maybe. Dodrio is cooked. You know, considering I'm a Pokemon guy and I didn't put that, I didn't even realize. Oh god. My SOL strat is Can and Bahamut. Yeah, if only I had Can, huh?
Millions tune in every month, so go subscribe to Bankless on Spotify and let's go Bankless.
This is not the lineup I want to copy. I need a different lineup. Dude, I'm getting warm. Maybe I shouldn't be wearing this big ass hoodie. Time to build a lineup for this bird. Did it asterisk brainwashed Mohawk? I'm so lost. Earl. Oh yeah, Earl. Why are people scared of an Aku Aros whenever you can just use Earl? I just realized that. Doesn't this stage have an Asper? Oh shit, doesn't? Hope not. But yeah, you can just use Earl against the triple-headed Aros. Aku Shield? You think Earl doesn't do 60,000 damage in one attack cycle? Especially on top of everything else that you can be using. Plus, you can use Cat Researcher, who outranges. If you get unlucky, why? I think you're literally just rage baiting me at this point. Cause like, there's no way you're actually scared about a triple traded Aros. I know it can still kill Uriel, right? But that makes it dramatically easier. Drastically easier, even. In Legend Quest, it took me 5 to 15 minutes to beat this stage because I had cat food in the lineup. Damn. I'm not even looking. I wasn't even looking. Which is probably a mistake. Aros has Explosion and a 15%. You realize 15% isn't that good, right? And plus the explosion isn't even guaranteed. So the chances of you getting exploded and knocked back are very unlikely. Also 390 Omni. So have backliners. Doesn't Earl have 400 standing range? Y'all are high. I don't know why y'all are complaining so much about this guy. There has been much worse to be invented. The knockback is 30%, and what's the odds of the explosion? Isn't the explosion 20%? So 1 in 5, 1 in 3, it's a 1 in 15 chance. And it attacks what, so let's say every 15 seconds there's a knockback explosion, right? Every 15 seconds you get, oh no, I'm getting pushed back. If anything, that saves your backliners. Just have things that outrange it. It's not that if both happen, it's if either happen, Aqua Researcher will die. 60,000 HP per Aku shield is not a lot. Like, I think, like, you guys realize that, right? It's only 60,000 Aku shield. Unless I'm wrong, which I might be, but I'm fairly certain it's only 60,000. Would Hayabusa work? I don't think he has enough range. But he would probably still work because he can kind of tank it. Times 20? Yeah. 60,000 HP per knockback is fine, especially if you're skipping knockbacks by nuking him. Just use Anubis, forehead. Anubis outranges the Omni Strike, he has Shield Pierce, and then he also skips knockbacks, I'm fairly certain. Maybe not. Maybe he doesn't skip any knockbacks, but he can get right through that shield and knockback in one hit. And then if his Surge lands with that Shield Pierce, chef's kiss. Yeah, Surge immunity is not necessarily a necessity whenever it comes to anti-Aku. Just depends on the Aku. It will be a strong boss for sure. I just think it won't be as hard as maybe some other brutal advents. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Except I'm also thinking that, like, it depends heavily on what's paired with it and, like, what the stage design looks like. But as far as I'm concerned, as long as you're using Brainwash Mohawk Ninja and Belly Dancer, that bitch won't be able to move because you'll just be dodging, as long as you're lucky. Right? And so then you can just have backliners that outrange the Omni Strike. And Explosion on its own won't be able to wipe your entire team because Explosion doesn't take advantage of the Arost's main strength, which is attack speed. So, like, that means that the explosion damage itself won't actually be that bad. I know one has Alien Neandum. Is that meant to be scary? It won't move only if you get really lucky? Well, I mean, it's a knockbacking Aros. What do you expect? Not a lot of meat shields actually have knockback immune. I mean, you can use Cone, but it's gonna get knocked back. And so it'll just stack up kind of like what it does against Emost. So, I mean, if you don't want that, then yeah. But there are, like, it has 20 knockbacks, right? And you can get through that initial shield. You can get through that Aku shield relatively easily. Because remember, you don't have to do all 20 Aku shields at once. 60,000 damage per shield is not that bad. It's actually very doable. If you get in the range of the Neandum, your Earl is dead. But I mean, there's ways to get through that, right? Because what if you just... It's not just as like, oh, if you're getting in range of it, right? It can also be like, you're knocking the Aros back behind it, and so then you can just bully it. And like, get it so that it just dies before the Aros does. Like, I think this Aros is gonna get bullied more than you guys think. There's also the HP per knockback. How much HP do you need to deal? How much damage do you need to deal for it to get knocked back? I don't know how much HP the Aros has, but I know it has 20 knockbacks, right? So how much HP does it have total? Like 3 million, right? Is that it? So if it is 3 million, and you need to do 5% of that, damn, what is 5? That's like 150,000? 180k per knockback? So what, you need to do a total of 240,000 damage in order to knock it back. And that's if you don't pierce through the shield, which by the way is very doable. It has 3.6 mil, okay. I mean, I understand, like, if you're a non-Uber user and you're scared, but whenever it comes to Ubers, right? There's so many good anti-Akus that just destroy them. And there's also so many good anti-reds that would probably destroy. And same with anti-blacks. Like, I just don't see why you're scared, right? Like, I understand prepping. I understand, you know, treating it as a boss because it is still a boss. But it's not going to be unbeatable. But you can miss out on some damage because of the shield. As long as you're knocking that bitch back, doesn't matter. Like, say you use Yukimura, right? One Yukimura hit breaks through the shield. The second Yukimura hit knocks the bitch back. That's a win, as far as I'm concerned. I'll probably see if I can get Diabolosa hits in. Yeah, you could definitely try. Can Yuki hit him, though? I haven't seen the bitch's attack animation, but if it's the same as Aros, as long as he doesn't get an explosion, it is possible. Or at least I would figure it to be possible. I haven't fought this guy, right? I haven't fought him, so I actually don't know. I'm just making assumptions. But I genuinely don't think it's going to be that bad. Wait, is it a sage? It's a sage, right? I feel like we're forgetting about some things that would be able to handle it. It's not a sage? Wait, then why are we concerned? Is a 60,000 Aku shield really that scary to you guys? I wasn't even considering CC because I was thinking it was a sage. It's not even a sage? Why are you guys so worried? Is a 3-hit multi-hit? Oh, that's right. Oh, that's weird. Eh. It's the DPS, Omni, and speed? Yeah, but Omni doesn't do any better than just its normal range as long as you meat shield well. So as long as you use dodge, meat shields, and maybe cone, since the knockback isn't guaranteed, then you can just meat shield and use anything with more than 400 range. Or honestly, 400 range and above. Am I wrong? With 15% explosion and 30% knockback. Explosion won't, like, explosion won't, I don't think it's going to be as big of a deal as you think. I genuinely don't. And the knockback won't affect things if it dodges. So the explosion and knockback don't do anything whenever it comes to your meat shields, except for maybe cone, right? But then, yes, it'll hit your backline, but they can still survive. One explosion's not going to kill them. Wait, it's split into a 3-hit multi-hit! If it's split into a 3-hit multi-hit, that means that the explosion is doing a third of the damage than you think from the stats on their own. So you're I don't think it's gonna be that bad. It's not mentioning the Omni Strike Pierce. I've already said just outrange it. It's not that bad. Like, yes, it can push you very heavily. I'm getting that. But dodge meat shields, there's 3 of them that would be very good for this stage, and dodge meat shields can just evade, and they're fine. Especially since 2 of those dodge meat shields are cheap, and can be spammed every 2 seconds without even research combos. It attacks 4 times per second, and that's not even guaranteeing an explosion. Like, that's not even a guaranteed explosion still, because it's only 15%, right? So if you do additive instead of multiplicative, then that would be 60% for an explosion per second. So it's not even guaranteed. And remember, explosion doesn't carry out 100% damage throughout the entire thing. Unless it's right on top of the explosion, It's not really that big of a deal. Because don't the explosions on the side of the main one do like 70 and 30% of the total damage of the hit with the explosion? What is the third one? Ninja. Talented Ninja has dodge against red and black. And Belly Dancer is not one of the ones I was saying was cheap and could be spammed without research combos. 70 and 40? I thought it was 30, my bad. But like that, like, if it's not being hit directly by the ROS, I don't think it's that big of a deal. As long as it has enough knockbacks to have good survivability. Which is why survivability matters in an Uber instead of just damage and stuff. And then also, have short recharge time. Thundia, Yukimura, you know, have things that can recharge quickly. Hell, Ku would probably be good because she can just tank the fucking thing. You know, like, there's a lot of Ubers that would work extremely well. Because, like, here's the thing. You don't need an Uber that'll solo the entire thing, right? You just need something that'll whittle it down because, let's be real. As long as you're being given money, you'll be able to have a long-lasting battle with that thing. It's not as scary as you think. Just don't get unlucky with the dodge. But at the same time, use Cone for that, right? Or honestly, you can use Ro, you can use Nono, you can use Hell Cactus, maybe? Probably not, but maybe. Like, there are a lot of things you can do. Base DPS without the blast, tanking. Okay, but if you're getting hit by one of the 3 multi-hits per attack cycle, then that's only 11k DPS. Tanking isn't the best, I think. That's true. You are right about that. Earl permastalls. Honestly, if you weaken it, right? There's most definitely going to be good ways to weaken it. Either of the Lunas, I think, are good, right? Stage 2 has a Shadow Boxer K. When was the last time you struggled against a Shadow Boxer K since early game? Just pizza the motherfucker. And if you're already having a black lineup for the Arast, then it's fine. Not Shadow Boxer K? So which one is it? Scissoroo's the alien one, and that's yeah. Zaneru. So Cadaver Bear. Or Housewife. I don't know. Zany? Who the fuck is Zany? Zangaroo, you mean? I'm so lost. It is the kangaroo, though, right? The zombie kangaroo. We're talking about the same thing here. Because the problem with that is that all that does is assist in a pushing front line. Use Holy Blast. You're not going to be using your cat cannon for the Aras anyways. So just use Holy Blast. And then, since you should be using things with more than 400 range, you should just be able to damage the zombie kangaroo anyways. I think the only stage that will be hard is 3 with the Aku, Mr. Mur, and a Saint Dober. Well, at that point, don't you just need to have Anti-Surge? Which a lot of Anti-Aku already has. I remember you from your videos. Nice to see you. Nice to see you too. Chunky. Thank you for the follow. It kind of seems like y'all just don't have faith in your backliners. That's what it seems like to me. I'm telling you, Anubis would be good for that. Do you think it'll be worth rolling Demon Slayer collab or just use the 100% draw on a regular set? As somebody that likes just collecting cool Ubers, I'd say Demon Slayer. However, some of the Ubers are actually pretty good. Like, Giyu's actually a pretty good anti-trait list, but, like, if you're already getting fast Ubers and shit, then, like, you're not gonna get better, right? Like, they're good Ubers, but they're not OP by any means. So if you want OP Ubers, do something else. If you want just new and cool fun Ubers, then do Demon Slayer. AKA, do whatever the fuck you want. The last stage is Aros and Alien Aros with a little boar Yeah, I just have one thing to say about that. It's all frontline pressure. The only one that has a backline pressure, from my understanding, is the Alien Neandum, right? That's the only one that I would actually be scared by. Because the thing is, if you're already building a lineup for, or to counter something that provides a lot of frontline pressure, then you're already prepared for more frontline pressure. So it's not even like you have to change that much about your strategy. You just have to change your units a little bit. I don't have a single fast super that doesn't suck. I have Garu. You don't have a... Saying that any fast super sucks is just wild. Because by those standards, yeah, no, don't roll Demon Slayer, because all of them are going to be terrible. Like, for me at least, yeah, you're the terrible one. If a single, even just a single fast Uber sucks in your mindset, then yeah, no. That's a wild statement. Garu does not suck. You're talking about light Garu, right? Not dark Garu? I've used light Garu. He carried me in a lot of areas. Like, not on this account, and a different account, but like, he is very good, very useful. Much better than the average Uber. Wild saying that he sucks. Maybe I just use him wrong? Maybe you're just a little inexperienced, and that's fine. Obviously, nobody starts off, knowing everything. You're fine, you're fine. Just maybe, like, I'm also the same person that has the mindset of no Uber sucks. All of them have some sort of usage. So maybe I'm the stupid one, but I'm still in early game? Oh, then he should be carrying you even more. He's amazing early game. Saying that Luna sucks is kind of valid, though, because I would not want to use him either. Oh yeah, Garu evolved form is what you're going to... Yeah, second form is the one you're going to want to use. How far are you into early game? Because maybe you just don't... I don't know. I don't even know what about that. I don't know. Wait, so I'm just curious. What makes you think he sucks? Okay, so you're in the same area as me. What makes you think he sucks? Like, genuinely, like, what experience have you gone through that makes you think he sucks? I have Ubers that fit... Well, yeah. Like, specialists are going to be better than a generalist, right? Against those specialist traits. But in terms of, like, sucking, no, he's a generalist. He's not meant to be better than Yukamura or Pepe against their traits. No. You're looking for the wrong shit. Yuki and Pepe are also some of the best against their targeted traits, respectively. So that's also high standards to hold a generalist to. And even then, Garu would still work amazingly well along with them, because he provides a mid-range tank that, could help support them. You used him before you had good backliners? Why does that matter? He's not a backliner. He should be used differently than a backliner. He's not meant to survive the entire time he's a tank. He's meant to take damage. He's not, like... I'll give him another shot? Well, I'm just saying don't say he sucks. You don't have to use him. I mean, after all, that comes to personal preference, but don't say he sucks just because, just because. But yeah, he's like, mid-range tanks work amazingly well with a bunch of other units. And so even if it dies somewhat quickly, that means he's doing his job of protecting, kind of. And he'll still do a lot of damage in the meantime, because his damage is not to be underestimated. He's essentially a mid-range waver as well, thanks to his mini-wave. Garu's here to take hits and hit a few times. Well, not hit a few times, right? He's still a mid-range tank. He's not meant to die immediately. But he's not... don't expect him to survive the entire stage, right? You don't have good backliners for him to protect? Guys, stop hating on Razor. Come on now. He's a new game player. They're a new game player. It's alright. It's alright. Everybody's got to learn somehow. I'm not really hating. Well, don't be too nitpicky on what they say. But I will just say one thing, Razor. Chances are, if it comes from Epic Fest or Uberfest, like if it's an Uberfest or an Epic Fest exclusive, it does not suck. I'm willing to bet it does not suck as long as it's an Uberfest or Epic Fest exclusive Uber. They have the best Uber in the game. Yuki, they have. Okay, Yuki's not actually the best. For multiple reasons. But he is really good. If only I could roll another one. You have Yukamura, Garu, and Pepe, and I'm assuming you have many others, and you're still asking for better? You're insane. Garu is probably the worst fast Uber. I'd say he's kind of on the same level as the Izzes. Him and the Izz duo are probably comparable. I just want another fast Uber? Right. There's much cooler Ubers, especially right now. There's Demon Slayer Ubers. Trust me, you do not need OP Ubers to make progression. True, Trixie is pretty insane. Same with Stall. They're both really good. However, there are some exceptions. Like Empress is kind of okay. Like she's good, but eh. Basically, the best way to figure out how good an Uber is by using them. So don't just assume that they're, bad from one experience. You gotta experiment a little, right? And don't trust other people's word, of course. I need me an anti-trailers one. Yeah, well, that's just early game. Welcome to early game. Traitless sucks. You're expected to brute force through all of them. Use the rule of cool, just use what looks sick, and just use what you like. Doesn't matter if they're good or bad. You can be using the worst Uber in the game, and as long as you like the Uber, I won't judge you for it. Peach Devils is also a good backliner for, like, what trait lists are you struggling with? Are you struggling, like, with slots? Are you like, what are you struggling with? Didn't think you were still streaming? I mean, it's 2 hours. Don't you remember? 2 hours was pretty much my average. Back in the day. Aros and high magnification camel. So for Aros, you want better meat shields, right? So you want to be using bulky meat shields. Not just a lot of them, but like your erasers, right? Do you already have Crazed Tank? Do you have Crazed Tank at all? And how high level is your eraser? You sounded angry, so I assumed you would have left. When did I sound angry? I mean, I get riled up, but I don't get angry. Yes. Okay, well, if you have them, right? If you have Crazed Tank, then you can just use Crazed Tank. Level it up as much as possible, because, my eraser... You're in early game with a level 57 eraser? Damn. Yeah, no. Just use Eraser and Crazed Tank / Manic Eraser, whichever one you have. I play slow, that's fine. That's actually really respectable. You actually have good playing habits. I do not. Mine's not even level 30. But yes, you can just use double Eraser for Arost, and you should be fine for the most part. If you still struggle, maybe use like Thaumaturge, which is the evolved form of Onmyoji. you can weaken the bitch, and then you can also use Paris. Stack, do a Paris stack, and you can, you know, take care of the Orost. Make doing side quests normalized. That's yeah. Fun fact: Kitty of Liberty outranges Orost and is actually quite strong against it. That's true. If I had Kitty of Liberty, I would actually use it. I do not have it though. Peach Devils is a spammable anti-angel backliner. Not even just anti-angel. Like, they're just a spammable backliner. They're really good, actually. Even generally, they're still great. Super Feline max level pre-Dogu. That's what I did. Dubs. Peach Devils, I think, is kind of similar to me to Tarun. Kind of a spammable backliner, you know? I think they're relatively on the same level in terms of like spammable backliner. Tarun's probably better generally, but Peach Devils is still really good. You have no NP? Oh, that's unfortunate. Alright, Bun Bun. Oh, you just got knocked back by Octo. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Man, I want to get Giyu out. Oh. Oh, I didn't even slow the bitch. God damn it. I should not have spawned Octo. Come on, Giyu. Come on, brother. There we go. Perfect. Oh, that's a bad idea. That's what that is right there. I used it all on Jizo. Why did you talent Jizo? Why? The only valid talent for Jizo is attack and defense up. And which do not level those up to level 20, or not 20, 10. Having silver tickets gives you NP is so nice. You know, the Alchem Bahamut challenge just because of that NP and a few Uber talents even. Are you talking about like whenever your normal cats are maxed out? Because that is true. They give you a little bit of NP, not a lot though. Immune to curse? Why? What is the point? What is the point in getting him immune to curse? Why? Mixed stages? How many stages have Relic, Black, and Angel? And how many of them are Jizo even struggling in the first? If you have Ultra Form Jizo in a mixed stage, he's already doing phenomenally well. You do not need Immune to Curse. I have Yuki max talented too. I just like that guy. Which, like, that's fair, but, like, liking Jizo is so basic. That's so boring. Imagine liking Jizo. Relic and Angel are a fairly common mix. Yeah, but the only relic that's actually going to be able to reliably curse Jizo is Motham and Loki. Other than that, nothing's cursing the guy. Nothing's cursing Jizo. Liking Anubis is the least basic thing of all time. Have you met this fan base? Whatever. You can like Jizo, I guess. You can like him. Whatever. You can give him Curse Immune even though it's a waste of NP. Just stop complaining about NP then. You true formed your favorite Uber Hanzo? Cool. Dobes. Hanzo is actually really cool though. I rank Ubers in coolness, and Hanzo is a very cool true form. Does his true form change much? Because, like, he makes the freeze longer. Isn't that all he does? Isn't it basically just a longer freeze? Like, his freeze is really good, don't get me wrong, but how's that a cool true form? Talking about the sprite? I guess that's fair. You like giant-ass laser gun? There's a lot of those. Are you talking about Diabolosa? War gods in general are pretty sick, though. That is true. Yes. I like him, and I like using his attack up combo.
Spotify Premium is what your ears deserve. With millions of songs and high-quality audio, treat yourself to limitless music. Get 3 free months now and cancel anytime.
Attack up combo and 3 hitting Midnight D. Imagine only 3 hitting Midnight D. My Kai with a damage up? One shots. I say my Kai. That was on my old main. This is my new main because I'm not recovering my old accounts, but Dragon Emperors are actually pretty cool. I kind of, because like Gladios has always carried me through early game. I'm gonna be so honest. Gladios has always carried me early game. Except for on my old main account. I don't even know how I got through traitless on that account. Because maybe it was Gladios. It may have still been Gladios. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Me and Gladios go way back. Diabolosa does not fit my playstyle. Misses too often for my taste. Will be slow. You know, take your time, and plus you don't even have to use him. You can just use his attack up combo. And people say Gladios is mid. That guy solves traitless. He's actually a really good anti-traitless. In any traitless, like, heavy stage, he just destroys them for the most part. He's only lacking immunities. So if the traitless has a wave or a surge, then he's relying a lot on his HP, which, by the way, he has a lot of it. He has a lot of HP, so it's not even like tanking waves and surges is that big of a deal. Warlock and Pierre are also underrated? No, they're not. I think they're overrated more than anything. People glaze the hell out of them. And like, I'm not saying that they're not really good. I'm just saying people praise Warlock and Pierre. Like, they will put Warlock and Pierre on the same level as the Epic Fest trio, aka Izanami, Shadow Gao, and Dark Tanyan in terms of anti-traitless. And I can't disagree more. Because being good against anti-traitless, yes, Warlock and Pierre is really good against anti-traitless. Or against traitless. However, he fails in mixed stages, and that alone makes it so that his usage is significantly less. Because traitless are really fond of being put into mixed stages. I've heard no praise. You haven't heard any Warlock and Pierre praise? You must be under a rock or something, because people love that thing. Didn't X-Skull make Warlock and Pierre the #1 Dark Soul? Or Dark Hero, sorry. Literally nothing. Well, if you haven't heard any praise, haven't heard any shit, then why are you calling them underrated? Because you have nothing to go off of. I beat Bon using the unstoppable force called Megadora. Megadora is actually pretty good. I feel like I've shit on him for a while, but he is actually pretty good. Warlock and Pierre can cheese 12-3. That, I don't even care about their cheese. I couldn't give two shits about their cheese because that's not legitimately how the unit is, right? But they do have base destroyer, to be fair, but whatever. Cyclops is #1 dark hero in my heart, even though he's mid as shit. I've heard no praise. I feel like they deserve praise. Well, nobody fucking has them because you need their ultra talents in order for them to actually be deserving of praise. Their true form is the main form that people use other than his base destroyer form, which base destroyer is only for cheese, and his true form is anti-alien, which is just unnecessary after you're done with Cats of the Cosmos. So unless you have him ultra talented, you're not going to praise the guy. Normal people don't care, but cheese also adds to their value. It does add to their value, I know, but like that's very rare. You're not actually it's not actually like helpful to cheese a lot of like a lot of the time cheesing a stage is actually harder than just beating it normally. Will I just leave now? Have a good stream, Mr. Streamer. All right, thank you for coming around. Well, I say coming around. Thank you for sticking around from the raid. And also, don't be sorry. I have debates like this all the time. I don't actually care. I don't have nothing's personal. I like disagreeing with people because it makes for good conversation, and good conversation is good entertainment. And good entertainment is much better than me saying nothing. Keep in mind, it takes perfectly timing cone for like 20 minutes. First of all, I don't like cheese strats that take so long. Kind of like cyber stacking. I despise it. And second of all, you don't actually have to time cone that well, do you? As long as you kill the reds and just leave the midnight deep. I mean, is it not just like just spawn cone? Or are you trying to do... Oh, you're trying to not do any damage to the midnight D. Because eventually you might kill it. I guess that's a good point. That's true. Just beat it normally, it's less RNG based. Well, with 12-3, you'd be surprised. You would be very surprised with 12-3 specifically. 12-3 is such a fun stage though, because like it's one of the few stages that like actually discourages Uber carry. With most Ubers, like 99% of Ubers just don't work. And then there's that 1% like Dark Phono, Cosmo. My mom's hitting my wall for some reason. Oh yeah, Kenshin Ultra Form specifically. I don't think she works anywhere near as well without her Ultra Form though. And then I'm sure there's others. Like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Jizo Ultra Form can just like be spammed and solo that stage. I would not be surprised. I don't remember how I beat it. Did I beat it using Anubis? I probably did. Of course I did. Why wouldn't I beat a stage like that with Anubis, you know? Why wouldn't I use an... I need Anubis again. Having my stupid Anubis strats, I miss having my stupid Anubis strats. What are like the good anti-zombie units? I need some of them for River Acheron stage? Oh, you want Bullet Train. Well, I'll tell you one thing. Garu would help. Garu is a zombie killer and also resists zombie and resists red, so he actually helps doubly there. I will say I think Garu works well there. I'm not 100% sure though. Oh, if you have Shadow, I think that would probably work. Because like the thing with the zombies in that stage is that as long as you can stall Hanya long enough for all the zombies to spawn and then kill all the zombies, they're limited. Like most of the actual scary zombies are limited. So just take your time with that stage, make sure you can kill the zombies, and then you'll be fine. Gizo helps, but it's great. Has the same range as Okame. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. They push too hard for me? The zombies? Shadow, Garu, Pepe, Crazefish, and Manic Island? Yeah. And then maybe put in a Shigong or a Row. Maybe both. My grammar is fucked? Yeah, no. But, I think I understood. I think. Is that stage even on right now? I don't know. I should probably think about doing Hanya. Because, I mean, thinking about it, I have Sid, who is immune to weaken, and I have Battalion Convoys. And then I also have Giyu. Giyu can help with the Boar and the Aros, and even maybe even Hanya. Oh, but I'm missing Ro. And Manic Island. I don't have either of them. Maybe if I had Courier, I'd consider it. Wait, but how cheese would Battalion Convoy be against Hanya? Correct me if I'm wrong, but would Battalion Convoy just completely cheese the entirety of the Hanya stage? Yes. Is it on right now? For my first clear 12-3, I think once my Kenshin died, I had to spam Jizo. Damn. But if that was your first 12-3 clear, that means that that would have been before Jizo Ultra Form existed, right? Dude, I'm gonna BRB. And yes, I will be back. I'm not just gonna leave it to chair gaming, alright? I'll be back very shortly. I'm back. Pepe plus Bahamut rails all of River Styx. That sounds very accurate. Pepe is very good. What's the general consensus of Flight Unit Ray? They're a really good anti-floating. Comparable to Pepe in terms of just for their own respective traits. Traits, I guess. They both only target one trait. Hands of My Beloved does it for me. That's fair. But you can always use them both. I mean, Hanzo is so good that I don't think you need to, but... I'd say that would be overkill if you did use Ray instead of in addition to Hanzo. Imagine I got Bullet Train before Crazed Fish. Wouldn't that be weird as hell? Oh, I used that way too far back. Oh, still reached. Okay. Should I try? Not Bullet Train, but Maglev. Getting it before Courier at this day and age would be kind of insane as well. But at the same time, I feel like I'm not necessarily too far back in the game. Like, I think I'm in the latter end of early game. You can get Maglev? I can absolutely get Maglev. What's the strat for Fish Maniac? Octo for the Berserk Quarry. And same strat as Crazed Fish in terms of just stack up damagers and meat shields against, you know, the fish. It's actually very similar in terms of the original crazed fish. The only difference is that instead of a super metal hippo, there's a berserk quarry. I'm right about that, right? And then, correct me if I'm wrong, crazed fish actually has single targeting, and Manic Island has area targeting. Am I wrong about that? I don't think I am. Yeah, they are very similar stages in terms of their strategies. You just want to spam meat shields, and then, you know, have something for the thing in the bag. And then also beat it quickly, because I'm fairly certain the longer you take, the more fish spawn. Wait, why are you asking? That stage isn't on for another like 4 days. Wait, is fish after... Fish is after flying, isn't it? So that's like 7 days. That's a week from today. Wait, I'll have a lot to do a week from today, because there will be... Oh, you have it on Cataman, okay. But yeah, I'll have a lot to do a week from today, huh? The amount of islands does increase? That's what I thought. Because what? There's going to be a guarantee in Demon Slayer, and a couple of other roles as well. There's going to be Crazefish. I feel like there's going to be more for me to do at that time. I mean, there's going to be more Demon Slayer collab to do, but I'll probably just do that in the time beforehand. Unless they add something new. I don't know. I don't know. Whatever the case is, a week from today, I'm streaming. Because Crazefish will be necessary. I am upset that I never managed to beat Craze Axe. Because now I won't have access to the Manix this month. I'll have to wait till next month. If I even beat Craze Axe this time around. But since I have Giyu, I think Craze Axe will be easy. Because Giyu outranges Craze Axe and also targets both red and traitless. So, like... Giyu might be my MVP in this game. Currently. Craze Axe comes back, doesn't it? It will, but not until after all the other Craze already come out, right? So by the time I get to do Craze Axe again, I'll only be able to get the Manic, Axe, Flying, and Titan, which all three I can completely live without. So, yeah, today there's bottom of the swamp. So I won't actually be able to do that. Or I won't be able to do Hanya. Sends eggs in your... What? No, it's not a first time chat. This person's just weird. Welcome to the stream, though. That is their first chat of the stream. I believe. Chat, I'm already at 900 cat food. I think I might be able to get 311 draws for the guarantee next week. If I keep playing like this. Which is kind of wild. Fitting music? I know, right? I'm short by 1 energy, bruh. I'm gonna wait this out. I'm waiting it out. By the way, there's like a 0% chance this entire VOD is going up on YouTube. Because I've done nothing. This happened twice in one stream. It has, hasn't it? Oh, wait, you guys can't even see the energy. There. You can kind of see. What if I move chat above my face cam? I feel like you can't even see that. Okay, so what if I do this? I know I have enough energy now, but I'm changing stuff. So if I do this, and then do that. I feel like that's bad. I feel like I'll just keep chat under, because fuck you guys. You should put it under Dart. Eh. What is your least favorite Uber? Luno's currently. Typically, I just hate whatever Uber everybody says is the quote unquote best. So currently, Luno's. My favorite is D'Artagnan. I'm playing Elden Ring and I hate the Draconic Tree Sentinels. Yeah, that's super valid. That's, yeah. Those guys suck. I hate bosses that are like on some sort of animal. And yes, that includes the DLC boss that is on that fuck ass hog. Or whatever the fuck it is. But yeah, I'm an Elden Ring guy. An Elden Ring boy. It is one of my favorite games of all time. In terms of single player, of course. There's a lot of multiplayer games that are, you know, just so much fun. Including some that I want to go back to, but I really have no reason to because they haven't been updated in a while. When's Repo going to get its update? I know it has an update coming up, but once it gets another update, I might just like force my friends to play it with me. And maybe I'll even, I mean, I might one of these days do playing with viewers, maybe. I don't know. I don't think most Battlecast people really care about Repo or Lethal Company or anything, but might be something fun. Just like to return to Lethal Company and Repo. Because it's been a while. I love those games. I mainly miss Lethal Company. As much as I love Repo, Lethal Company was the original of that kind of like game aspect. Lethal Company is so good. I've never played Elden Ring? No. I almost killed it just now by being aggressive, but god, it's so annoying. Yeah. I'm typing too fast, got my brain. Fair. Battlecast isn't your favorite game? This is crazy. Battlecast Super not investing every second into Battlecast. I kind of am. It's just not my favorite. Like, I kind of do invest a lot of time into this game. It's just not my favorite. The original Friend Slot? There was, no, there was, you want to know what Friend Slop started out as? It started out as, shooters, Battle Royale. That was the original Friend Slop. Fortnite, COD, you know, stuff like that. That was the original Friend Slop. Hell, I would even say CSGO was technically Friend Slop. Except that did have, those games did have, like, more, you know, professional aspects and stuff. I'm a furry? Why? I'm a nerd, but I'm no furry. You just are? Isn't a furry somebody that wants to identify as an animal? Yeah, I'll pass. I hate games that are only trying to get funny moments. Why do you hate Friend Slop? They're just fun games to play with friends. You just hate having. Imagine not having friends. I didn't wear it purposefully. I had no idea it was there. One of the mods gave it to me. And I did not ask for it. Sure. My friends think solo leveling is peak anime. I can't be seen with them. I mean, it's good. Solo leveling is good. My best friend also says that it's his favorite anime. But I would rather somebody say that Solo Leveling is peak anime than have somebody say that, like, I don't even know, some sort of romantic anime is their favorite, you know what I mean? Tree Sentinel's lightning's the worst shit ever. Dude, the fucking Draconic Tree Sentinel outside of the capital. So annoying because like its hitboxes are so weird. Lightning in general in Elden Ring is just such a weird mechanic. I thought you were about to say JoJo's. Well, I mean, I think it's I've never seen JoJo's, but I don't think it's I don't think it'd be able to be the best. It can definitely be somebody's favorite though. So leveling is just action slot from what I've heard. If you haven't seen it, how can you judge? If you haven't seen it, how can you judge? You know? I've seen solo leveling and it's actually good. It has a little bit of emotion and it has a lot of aura moments and I mean it does just have a lot of action in it. But like it's just your average anime that has this main character as like by far the strongest or whatever. Right? It like there's actually quite a few anime out there that have the main character be the strongest and you know, solo leveling isn't that bad compared to those. Gen Alpha Piccolo. My little sister is so cute is definitely peak. I hate that that's an actual anime title. It's the actual worst since it's on a slant. I know, and then there's rocks that they'll sometimes just run back to, and then they'll spam the fucking fireball attack 5 times, even though you're right in front of them. It makes no sense. That Draconic Tree Sentinel has given me so much hell. God forbid I want to fight him underprepared. A gay British vampires fight with his what? I've seen the solo leveling, I've read it, and it's eh. Like it could be better, but it's also not the worst. Well, yeah, I don't think it's the best. I think it's like a pretty basic. I think it's pretty generic in terms of like it's kind of just carried by new gen animation. Like if it had old animation, I don't think it'd be anywhere near as good as it is. Which Demon Slayer, by the way, I just want to say, does not have that same feeling towards it. After reading all of Demon Slayer and after watching all of Demon Slayer, I can say, even with worse animation, I don't think it would be bad. Solo leveling, I'm sorry, I forgot about every isekai with a title over 5 words. Dragon Ball Z is peak. For people that like old gen, sure. Because like I can't really say I like old gen. I'm gonna be honest. Like I love One Piece, but One Piece and Naruto both. I've seen it. I've seen that I absolutely hate the older sections of them. I've seen the manga ending of Demon Slayer. Yes, but don't spoil it for anybody else. But I have seen it. Chad. I want to show you something. Come on. You see that? That's the manga set box. I have the full set. Yeah, I think I've seen the full thing. I read the full thing, I guess. I couldn't get into Dragon Ball though. The cell memes were funny as fuck. I tried to get into Dragon Ball, right? But I think I would have to start it like in Dragon Ball Super or something. Because starting from episode 1 and just playing Dragon Ball, I don't think I'd be able to enjoy it. I just like Grom, I'm also a new gen enjoyer. New gen anime, they're just so much quicker pace. There's so much, they have such a much better hook off the rip, and they're also much less time consuming. They're much less time consuming. Because I don't know how many episodes Dragon Ball has, but I'm sure it's somewhere close to, maybe probably more than Naruto. Maybe less than Naruto, but not as much as One Piece though. If you want to watch Dragon Ball Z, watch Dragon Ball Z Kai. What? JoJo starts with the worst part, but it's just the characters and the memes. That's what makes it good. See, if an anime is good because of the memes it makes, then I don't think it's a good anime. Because I like action, right? I like the serious stuff as well. I don't want it to just be memes. Like I do also I like slice of life. I like the simple stuff. I like being able to relax every now and then instead of it just being straight action. And every now and then I enjoy a good romance. It has all that. JoJo's has serious parts. Yeah, fucking right. With that animation style, I could not imagine them having any serious moments. Because you want to know what I think of whenever I see Dragon Ball? You want to know what I think of? This shit. This is what I think of whenever I think of JoJo's. And that's not a good thing. If you want to watch Super, watch one of the movies. Okay. I'm probably never going to watch Dragon Ball, but dad has mom, mom has dad, I have nobody. I could not imagine anybody in JoJo's saying that. Like, I know I'm obviously stereotyping it or whatever, but I'm just not gonna watch it. I think the animation style is too weird for me. Not even the animation style, the character. It's just the characters. Like, I don't think I could hook onto the character style or whatever. They look weird. Is there anything more satisfying than listening to a base get taken down by ramen spam? That's not what I meant to do! Back off. Doing a flawless chain? I guess that's true. I've just never experienced that, because God forbid I do a chain. Wait, I have done chains though before, because I remember, I think it was like Infernal Tower Floor 49. I did some sort of ID chain, and it worked out, and I won. Hitting like 7 savage blows with Housewife? I forget she has savage blows. I forgot about that. How many more deaths do y'all think it will take before I kill this fuck-ass Draconic Tree Sentinel? I say 4. I think Grum's just saying a number, not understanding what a Draconic Tree Sentinel is. I just missed 9 ads worth of content. Why are you seeing 9 ads? That is wild. I don't think anybody else had 9 ads. That is
Set
abnormal.
recommendations for your playlist when you join Spotify Premium. Or start a jam, where you can invite your friends to create and add to shared playlists, all with unlimited skips and
Because I'm
mix.
seeing 9
Click the
ads.
banner to learn more.
Yeah, I got that much, but I'm just saying it's not normal for you to see 9 ads, I don't think. It seems like you won the ad jackpot. Seems like it. Seems like you went on a commercial break in the middle of, or during the halftime of a football game. Because let's be real, we all know those commercial breaks are long as fuck. Unless we don't all know that, because my football is probably different than yours. Depends on the country. I'm at that too, dubs. They used to be good. I know. Football's gotten worse and worse. And now I'm to the point to where like I would actually be willing to watch football and like none of it's good. Or not football, but like whatever. I didn't know that because I never watched football. I never really care about it, but like I remember watching TV, you know, in the living room with the good old Super Bowl Sunday going on. And then all of a sudden, bam, we're hit with like 15 minutes of commercials. All the Super Bowl ads are made with AI. That sounds about right. Next stream should Loki be just watching JoJo? Well, I don't think copyright laws would allow that, first of all, and second of all, pass. If I'm going to watch any anime, it's gonna be one that I've already seen, probably. Don't show JoJo? So what, just have it in the back? I'm fairly certain that would still have copyright because of the audio. It's not just the visuals that are copyright. I'm well known for being open-minded. I just don't want to watch JoJo. No black screen and no audio, just tell when to start, and I think you'd be better off just telling me to watch JoJo's. But since I watch anime on Crunchyroll, I can't even watch JoJo. Because I don't have whatever it is on. Because I'm fairly certain JoJo's Bizarre Adventure is not on Crunchyroll. What did it do to you? Had ugly ass people. That's what JoJo's had against me. But like I still, like I said, I can't. It's on Crunchyroll. I'm not watching sub. I didn't mean to use that. Whatever. You should watch DBS, bro. I don't even know what the fuck that is. So open-minded? Yeah, I'm arrogant. What about it? Can't fucking read more? I'm It's not like I'm watching other anime. I just simply don't want to watch anime. It's a movie? Oh, cool. Plus, I watch JJK in sub. I'm perfectly fine with reading, but if I'm watching something new, if I'm watching something new that I'm not guaranteeing that I'll be able to enjoy, I'm not gonna binge watch it in sub. I'm going to have it off on the side. I'm gonna have it off on the side as like something to like glance over while I'm doing something else. And if it's not entertaining, well, if it's in sub, I won't be able to understand what's going on anyways. And if it's not entertaining, then it doesn't matter that I'm paying attention to it or not. If you have Netflix, watch it on Netflix. I do not have Netflix. Low-key, I might be able to do this. Shocking? What do you mean shocking? Which, by the way, I just want to say, Callie, I know you're joking about the open-minded thing, but say I told somebody to start playing, not start playing Battle Cats, to start watching One Piece, right? And they said no, it's too long. Would you judge them and call them and make fun of them for not being open-minded, or would you understand them because it makes sense? You have Greater Demon on the scout? Yes. Do I have Shigong, true form? Yes. I finally fucking killed it. Dubs, so I was right when I said 4. I'm just a genius. Don't thank me. I understand them because that's reasonable. You just don't like JoJo because you think it's ugly? You realize there's people that make fun of Demon Slayer for relying on animation, right? So if visuals don't matter, then glazing Demon Slayer for its looks shouldn't matter either. Whether it's ugly or whether it's beautiful, it doesn't matter. JoJo is in the same art, or is in the same building as the Mona Lisa. I don't think that looks good either. It's a person. Boring. Now I can reasonably kill Malekith. Yep.
And I'm Austin Hankwitz, an entrepreneur.
But yeah, and it's also like, it's not just that it's ugly, right? It's not just that it's ugly. It's that I just don't want to watch it.
We deliver the best financial information and strategies straight to you here on Spotify.
I'm not even watching anything currently. Other than JJK, which is still releasing episodes, I'm not even watching anything. I haven't even fully caught up on the new episode that came out. Like, I haven't watched anime since... The last anime I genuinely watched was fully catching up on what was in Sentenced to be a Hero. Like, I just don't watch long-lasting anime anymore. All I do is watch new stuff that's much shorter. I would like to get Truck. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get Truck. Yeah, no. JoJo's about to release a new part? Yeah, that's not supporting anything. How many episodes does it have at this point? It's not a short anime. I can tell you that much for a fact. It's not short. And that's a part of the reason why I don't want to watch it. I don't want to start a whole new anime that's like another 100 episodes. There's 200! Yeah, no! I watched all of One Piece like 2 years ago whenever I had all the free time in the world and I had nothing better to do. I'm not doing that again. Apparently one of the best Dragon Ball arcs is getting an anime adaptation in 2027. W. Placidus Axe or Malekith? Which one should I try and kill? Do Placidus Axe because I mean honestly that bitch kind of easy, Loki. Both at the same time. If only. Do Placidus Axe. I mean Placidus Axe isn't actually that easy. I was kind of joking about that. But... It's so odd, right? That the Dread Boar attacks the Shigong whenever it comes out of the base, but then it still buries under. That's weird. Blam. Blam. True, plus I think he's weak to bleed. Yes. Or is it Frostbite? It's one of the two. I think bleed is a good counter for him. You should low-key make a tier list on what units you would crack? Yeah, no. And plus, I think I already did that once upon a time. I'm using the Great Katana as my weapon of choice from the DLC, because why not? That's so valid. Plus, it's relatively balanced. Yeah. Every zombie doesn't attack when it comes out before burrowing if they're its boss. I mean, I know, I just think it's weird. I think it's interesting. This seal's gonna be a pain in my ass, huh? Come on, just kill the base. Well, yeah, but that's kind of my question. Why doesn't it burrow immediately? Because, think about it. Why doesn't it? Because if all it needs is contact with something to start burrowing, then why doesn't it? Because whenever a zombie walks up to you without having already burrowed, why does it then immediately burrow without doing an attack? You know? I quit Hollow Knight after Deepness. Why would you go through Deepness and then quit? Why wouldn't you stop beforehand? Not buying Elden Ring till I beat P5? Yeah, good luck with that. After getting to Deep Nest? Oh, that's fair. I'm not gonna judge you on that because I absolutely get it. I beat Cuphead, that's something. Yeah, but like beating Cuphead and doing all achievements in Cuphead or beating every boss on Expert or getting S rank on every boss like that, that's just nothing. I think I'm getting done with playing Battle Cats, but I just wanna open up Cuphead real quick. Oh wait, I have to download it. I mean, it's only 5 gigs. Now, I'll just show you my achievements. I'll show you my achievements. I've done all achievements in Cuphead. Like, yeah, I've done all achievements. Okay, so I shouldn't play Elden Ring. I've also gotten all achievements in Elden Ring. And then I've also gotten all achievements in Hollow Knight. Which something interesting about Hollow Knight achievements is that beating the game in Steel Soul mode is done less than where is it? Yeah, the whole Steel Soul mode stuff is done less than beating Pantheon 5. There are less people that have beaten the game in Steel Soul mode, or at least 100% of the game in Steel Soul mode, than the people that have beaten Pantheon 5, which is kind of wild. That's kind of wild.
Keep your music flowing. Download your favorite tracks and listen to them ad
I'm aware that it only doesn't attack if there's a boss wave, but I just don't see why that happens. Like, I don't know what in the coding makes that happen. Also, these are all my Steam games. Oh, that's not what I want to know my setup for Placidus X? No, because I'm ending stream in 2 seconds.
Spotify Premium lets you take more
Yeah.
control of the party. From ad-free listening.
I'm not new game? Don't think so.
You can make
It might be intentional.
every place a personal
I mean, maybe.
Tune in to 3 free months.
Damn crazy. I'm kidding. You can still say it. I'll be on the screen for a sec, I guess.
Live in the spotlight with Spotify Premium. Build.
Yeah, Elden Ring is probably about as difficult as Hollow Knight in terms of like overall boss difficulty. I don't know if I'll be fast enough. That's fine. I'll keep streaming for a second. I don't actually have to immediately stream or end. But like Hollow Knight Pantheon 5, in my opinion, is the hardest game challenge I've ever done. And that's including the fact that I have beaten Elden Ring's DLC Consort Radon. I've beaten Consort Radon, and I still think that Pantheon 5 is harder. Just because you have to beat boss after boss after boss, and each attempt takes like 40. Each solid attempt takes at least 30 minutes, unless you're just like a professional. You should do R5? What the fuck is R5? Do you mean P5? But he's not right now. I've beaten it before, though. I don't think I ever made that a video, actually. Me beating Pantheon 5. Kind of surprised I didn't, because I'm pretty sure I streamed it. Radiant P5? No hit? I'm not doing it no hit, fuck that. Broken Vessel music? Dubs. Yeah, doing hitless against Markoth, Zote. Mainly just those two, but I mean, against Absolute Radiance? Yeah, fuck no. Or not Absolute Radiance, but Radiance. What's the name? The Sun. I would have to do hitless against the Sun, which is like a hard pass. I should return to Hollow Knight though. One of these days I should return and like try to do Pantheon 5. I say one of these days. Maybe in the next week. Maybe in the next week. You would crack Radiance? Interesting. Who would win, the Sun or the Truck? Probably the Sun. As long as it's not red, metal, or zombies. Plus 20. You already have a plus 25 Great Katana? Damn. White Masked Alexander, Dragon Crest, Great Shield, Talisman, Rotten Wings, Sword Insignia. That's that. Wait, for this whole time I was thinking you were in the capital, but I just realized Malekith. Why did you fight the Draconic? You don't have to fight that thing. You don't have to fight that guy there. Why did you? Whatever. Yeah, good build. I'm just lost on why you fought the fucking horse guy. The Draconic Tree Sentinel. You're talking about the one in front of Malekith, right? I just didn't want to run past every time. It's so easy. It's so easy to run past them. The only thing is that it's like annoying because it'll like fireball you in the starting of the arena of Malekith. And so like if you're trying to use your physique right there, then it kind of fucks you. But yeah, good build. I've never used a great katana aside from the dragon katana. Like whatever that one was. It's been a while since I played Elden Ring all the way through. Yeah, but the setup, yeah. But I mean, you can also just walk forward a little bit and then use it. You don't have to do it right at the front of the door. I think I've killed that tree sentinel specifically once. And like I regretted it because it doesn't even give you anything. It's like not worth it at all. You know, good old Hollow Knight soundtrack. I'm a bully plus set attacks. Okay, cool. And I'll end stream. Thank you all for being here. Hope you enjoyed. Peace.